We are going to be making a Biscoff no-bake cheesecake. These cheesecakes are trending right now on every social media medium, but I am going to make the easy version for you today, and we're going to be using the extra large Biscoff biscuits. In addition, we're going to be using these small party pack, and I even have some Belgian chocolate covered Biscoff, and this is going to be the decoration. This is a super easy recipe. It only calls for a 14.5 ounce container of Biscoff and 17 6-ounce package of Biscoff cookies. We're going to need a pint of whipping cream. We're going to need some powdered sugar. We're going to be using cream cheese and vanilla and cinnamon. So let's get this party started. Okay, the first thing it calls for is mixing the heavy cream and the cream cheese. And I'm going to put the cream cheese, and if I'm going to give you a hack. If you don't have soft cream cheese, put it in a Ziploc like this. Put it in some hot water for about 10 minutes. And you're going to have perfectly soft, usable cream cheese. So I am going to be making, what did I do with my scissors? Here they are. I'm going to be adding a little more cream cheese than the recipe calls for, because after all, it's a cheesecake and I want you to be able to taste the cheese. I made it before and I used 1 block of cream cheese, but this time I'm going to use 1.5, or maybe the whole thing. I'll use the whole thing. Might as well. We're going to use 2 blocks of cream cheese. And they're softened, and I just stuck them in the water, hot water, and it doesn't go through. So let me rinse off my hand. Clean hands, people. And I have a stand mixer, but for the purposes of this recipe and you being able to see it, I'm going to be using hand beaters. So I'm going to start mixing this first. And it's a simple recipe. Hello, Carolina. And it has to be soft. You want your cream cheese to be very soft because you don't want clumps. There's nothing less attractive than a cheesecake that has bumps of cream cheese in it. We don't want that. Okay, so we're going to whip this. And then it calls for a 1/4 cup of Biscoff cream. And by the way, I took the Biscoff and I put it in a bowl and I put it in the microwave and just stir it for probably 15 seconds at a time. Check it. You don't want it to be hot and you don't want it burning. You want it drizzling. So once you do that, you keep stirring it in between until you get this consistency, and then take it out and just set it there. You don't want it hot. We don't want it melting thing. So let's see. We're going to need 1/4 cup of that, of this Biscoff cream. And then we're going to get, the whipping cream. A pint of heavy whipping cream. Put it all in. Because we want to whip this. It'll get and then we're going to put it, so a pint of heavy cream, powdered sugar, 1/4 cup to give it sweetness, because the whipping cream, it does not have sweetness. And you're going to have to stop every now and then to use your spatula to press it down. Oh yes, I'll put the Biscoff in a minute. I just want to do this in stages. Take your patience, because this is so easy to make. You're going to be done in no time, and everything's already coming together, getting thick. And I'm put a teaspoon of good vanilla. Don't skimp. Don't put the cheap stuff. When you're making something decadent and delicious, use all quality ingredients. This is vanilla, pure vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon. And I have some Saigon cinnamon. I'm also going to put a teaspoon of a half a teaspoon of Saigon cinnamon, just to give it that extra delicious. Then we're going to put a 1/4 cup of Biscoff in here. No, this is a 1/2 cup. Actually, I'm up in it. I'm putting, because it is a Biscoff cheesecake. And since I added extra cream cheese, I have to add extra Biscoff. So I put in a 1/2 cup of Biscoff in here. Make sure you get all the way around. So stop in between and scrape off with your rubber spatula all around the edges. You don't want to see any little clots. And then go along the bottom and make sure you turn that over and get everything there on the bottom. You want it to be stiff peaks, and it's almost stiff peaks already. with a stiff peak. A stiff peak is when it holds its peak, and it's not quite there yet. And who do we have here? There. Kara. Sorry if I can't read. Okay. Okay, well that's good enough because we're going to be adding in some Cool Whip as well. And that's going to make it more mousse consistency. And it's not as stiff because I added more cream cheese, I imagine. But this is fine. And we're going to get some Cool Whip. And let me see how much I'm going to add. This is not a cheesecake per se. It's going to be in a tray. So you're going to actually scoop it up. And let's see how many. I'm going to add 1 cup of Cool Whip into that. And we're going to fold this in to our Biscoff mousse. And that's going to make it even lighter. And this is for Jace's birthday. My daughter's sister-in-law's little boy. Happy birthday, Jace. I guess he loves Biscoff. So I decided to go ahead. See, now you have the stiffer peaks. But just make sure you fold that in well. Okay, now we're going to start assembling. Let me clean up this. And we're going to get a 3 by 13 by 9. 13 by 9 tray. We're going to start our assembly. So, we already cleaned up our tray. And we're going to get our large, extra large. Okay, it's okay. We're going to put some Biscoff cookies lining the bottom of this tray. And the whipped cream is going to make it nice and delicious. And these big ones fit perfectly in here. This is a regular size. Small ones. So they do sell the extra large, and if you're making it, I suggest you buy the extra large as well. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to get our melted Biscoff. And we're going to drizzle it on these cookies. And then we're going to start dolloping the mousse on there. And dollop it in different areas so that you won't have to spread it all over the place. You know, and I'm thinking that I should crack some of these and put them on this corners where there's a spot, because you can't see it. You're not going to be able to see it. And I just want it all to be covered. Okay, so we're going to spread it out. Make sure it's all covered to the edges. And then what I'm going to do is I have some of these little ones here. And I took some of these little biscuits and put it in here. And then I'm going to get a mallet or something to mash them just a little bit. I don't want them totally mashed. Because we like Biscoff and we want everywhere. So there, got those. Take it. Let me put some in there. Even though we're going to drizzle it again, we just want to get it in there, right? So I'm kind of going to mix it in to the mousse. And I'm going to take a little more of this and drizzle it all over. And then look what I just did. I think I just smashed all the big ones. That was smart, Debbie. So I'm going to, fine. Let's just use the little ones. Don't do what I just did. Because I'm showing you now. I mean, no one's going to know the difference except you because you're watching. But it's going to serve the purpose. You're just going to have to use more. If you just use the little ones, Debbie. My bad. That's what happens when you do it live. You can't make, but we're just going to put some more little ones here, that's all. Good thing we're just going to compensate. Compensate. Okay, then it calls for us to drizzle more Biscoff all over those crackers. And we want to really cover this. So make sure you got enough, and then spread it out. Make sure you're covering all those cookies with all that butter, so I can soften up the cookies. And as you know, when you put cream on it, it's gonna already be softened. So make sure that's totally covered. Then we're gonna go in again with the third layer. Doll up, doll up, doll up, doll up. The dollop's a big blob, in case you're wondering. And we're gonna put this in the refrigerator to set. It has to set at least a couple hours. You can do this overnight as well. We're just gonna put the rest of this in here. Smells yummy. And this one, you're gonna carefully, very carefully mix it so you won't get it all smeared up with your Biscoff. Just turn it to the edge of the tray. And then you can make a pretty pattern if you like. This is the last layer. This is a finished product. So make it pretty. And let me taste this. Yum, yum, yum. Wash my fingers. I licked my fingers. And then of course, after I already whacked on my big old cookies, I'm so upset myself. We're gonna still put more cookies on top. The crumbs. And then we use them all. And then we're going to take our Biscoff drizzle and we're going to drizzle all over. And make sure you get all that Biscoff. Can't help but resist. Wash my hands so I can decorate it. Okay. Now, I told you I had some of these Belgian chocolate ones. So you can decorate it there. Oh, let's just put them like that. This one's upside down, so I have to eat it. And there you go. And just get a dish towel or a napkin. Clean up the edges. And here we have our delicious no-bake Biscoff cheesecake. What do you think? So that's going in the refrigerator to chill for at least 2 hours. And it's ready to go. So you've been in Deb's kitchen. Let me move you up closer so I can see your comments. Maria, hi Maria. Betty Crocker, what's Betty Crocker? Yummy. I'm just tweaking. I just watch a bunch of recipes of everybody cooking and see what they're doing. And then I put the Deb Pastilli take on it. So this is my take on the no-bake Biscoff cheesecake in Deb's kitchen. So if you haven't already, go to my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, comment, share. And if you want to check me out on my Facebook group in Deb's Kitchen, you'll see me on live stream any given day, random times of the day. Have a blessed day. Go make this. It is super easy, and super delicious. I made it several times already, and it is gone. The minute you put it out, it is gone. And when my son saw the ingredients sitting here, he said, "Yeah, you're gonna make another cheesecake." I said, "No, this is an order. This is a catered order." He wasn't too happy. But anyway, you've been in Deb's Kitchen. Have a blessed day.